The world has witnessed many great women of strength who managed to tap into their everyday power to leave an incredible mark on society. Listening to words of wisdom from such amazing women can inspire you to become a strong woman yourself who approaches life with confidence.
Inspire.
Welcome on today's edition of Inspire. My name is Sheila Nakaemba, and today we are going to look at how you can use a small piece of land to do farming. Mercy Atugonza had dreams of becoming a lawyer, but after doing a short course in food processing and value addition, she developed passion in farming. Today, the 21-year-old owns a demonstration farm and also does training for those that want to do agriculture as a business. This is her story.
I'm Mercy Atugonza. I'm 21 years old, a student at Bukalas Agricultural College. I'm the CEO of M&W Agro Farm, whereby I'm basically a farmer or an agronomist.
Mercy, tell us, when did you start farming?
I started farming in 2018 during my Form 6 vacation. I utilized my vacation very well, so I went to some agricultural institution called Reseed Agricultural College, where I found other students, youths like me, doing farming. So I was inspired, and I started up also farming. I started with pumpkins, an acre from my mom's land in Butambala.
During her Form 6 vacation, Mercy Atugonza decided to utilize her time by taking a short course in food processing and value addition, which later triggered her passion to do agriculture.
I'd gone to do a course of food processing and value addition at Reseed. So that's where it's all about, like, the agricultural produce. For example, the pineapples, we add them value. How can we get more from them? Even the pumpkins I started with, how can we add value to them? By making the powder, porridge, and many others.
Atugonza, who had dreams of becoming a lawyer, shifted her interest to farming after getting inspired by her teachers and fellow students.
When I went there at Reseed, I met Mr. Nyanzi. He's the director of Reseed. So he saw my passion for farming. It was, okay, let me say I was different from many other students. I used to go for field works for when they tell us that today we are going to make jam, today we are going to make juice. I was participating in each and every activity because I loved it. I really loved agriculture, I loved farming, I loved everything that we are doing. So from there, he told me, you can go on with that course. I was like, okay. So where can I start from? I didn't do sciences, yet agriculture they need when you did some sciences, like a Greek, to go for bachelor's at Makere. So I was like, no, you can go to Bukalasa and you start with a certificate, then later on you can upgrade.
When her Form 6 results came back, she had excelled but unfortunately had not done any agriculture subject that would qualify her to get an agriculture course at campus. She decided to go for a certificate in agrobusiness at Bukalasa.
So that's how I started, and it was good. So from that, the results came back and I excelled highly way back in my Form 6. So my passion, at first I wanted to do law, but then I changed my mindset completely. I told my parents I want to do agriculture. So from there, I started up. I went to and looked out for institutions which have basic skills in agriculture, especially practical. So I joined Bukalas Agricultural College.
So when you decided to do agribusiness, how did the people around you welcome it?
From that side, I got negative mindsets from different people. Like some of my family members didn't love it that Mercy was going to do agriculture, and I didn't even tell them, but they were just seeing my poster like, you girl, why are you farming? That you don't deserve that profession. that farming is for the poor, for the old, for the uneducated. I was like, no, farming is wealth, farming is health, and no farmer, no life. So I kept on persisting.
So how did your own parents welcome this when you said you wanted to do agribusiness instead of doing law?
Parents really welcomed it and they encouraged me to go on. They're like, it's okay, it's better to do what you want. So, especially my dad, he really supported me in each and everything I was doing. Even when I was starting to grow pumpkins, he's the one who gave me the first capital. And he told me, because for him, he also farms in Hoima. So he was like, it's okay, I can give you some advice. Remember, I had nothing, like I had no knowledge about it. But I used to go for shows and many others.
So where did you start from after the short course?
Starters, okay, I read about pumpkins and they were easy to grow, easy to manage, not like other crops, tomatoes. I really researched about them, and also the market was there because I had done the course of food processing and value addition. I was able to start up an evaluation, a processing unit, like in case the market is like the things are many on market, I can add value to my pumpkins because I had the knowledge from new seed.
So tell us about your first harvest. Were you able to sell all the pumpkins? Oh.
Okay, the harvest was really good. I didn't even expect it. It was an acre, but the good thing, it was around February when I harvested, and that was harvest money. That's why I had a friend called Alan Spark from Spark Agro Initiatives, whereby he told me, it's okay, you can bring your products at harvest money. So I carried my pumpkins to harvest money. I sold them off, all of them. Yeah, and I got some good money, and I got more courage to go on with my passion.
So after your first harvest, did you again invest in pumpkins or you decided to do something else?
I didn't invest again in pumpkins, but instead I was looking more of now making urban gardens, because there were challenges during that period. Remember, I didn't know anything about it, but there were challenges like transporting them. They require a lot of money transporting them because they are bulky. So I started making urban gardens from home. I started up poultry. Then in lockdown, I started up a demonstration farm. It was from a neighbor, our friends, our family, not our friends actually. They weren't our friends, they were just neighbors, but we were friends. He's called Didas. He helped me with his little piece of land. It was not coming up to an acre, but it was small. So there was a poultry house structure, but there was no poultry. So we organized it very well, and we brought in poultry. We started with 40 birds, and each bird we sold it off at 25,000. They were crailers. Yeah.
During the lockdown, Mercy decided to prepare the land given to her by their neighbors to grow vegetables and rear poultry.
So, lockdown, we had a lot of time, so I was like, the space, though the place was water, like swampy area, but I managed to make some raised beds, and I put my vegetables, and the market was really good there because I was supplying to the neighborhood, because we have the Eritrean, Somalis, and they eat vegetables on a daily basis. Even Ugandans, they used to support us very well. Then I was like, this is not enough, we should go on. So I started raising seedlings of the vegetables. That's when I used the social media platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook. I started taking pics of my vegetables, the poultry, and I advertised them. So people used to call for consultation services. People used to call for guidance. Someone wants to set up a garden, we can go and help them. Yeah.
With the knowledge she had from school, Atugonza started up a demonstration farm where she earns money and also does training for those that want to do urban farming.
I had knowledge in those things before setting up a demonstration farm. I had the knowledge because it's what we are studying at school. So I was like, this is the right, I think lockdown, it's a blessing in disguise. I was like, let me start it up. I started on with growing those various vegetables and spices and herbs, sukuma wiki, lettuce, cucumber, spinach, tomatoes. There are many vegetables there at the farm. And we created a market strategy for ourselves. Because my sisters, I used to work with my sisters, my little siblings. So they started selling the vegetables, telling people that we are selling vegetables, we have this and this. So people used to buy from us. And the money we got, we just said, let's just invest more. And because we couldn't satisfy the market was wide and we had less because of the space is little.
Tell us about the land you're using to do urban farming. And are you renting?
Lepa now it's for free because he really just saw my post on Facebook and he was like, Mercy, I like what you're doing. And he was like, this land has been here for some good period of time. We are not utilizing it. So I think you can utilize it. I was like, okay, thank you very much. So we have also managed to train them. Now they feel, okay, they have got the passion of farming. Yeah.
You had planted pumpkins in Butambala, so what are you using the land for now? Are you still using it or you decided to focus on urban farming?
Also using it, the land in Butambala, it's mommy's land. Actually, I planted my pumpkins in October. I've got another portion where I put the maize. So the maize I get from there, the harvest, like some of it, I don't sell it off all of it, but instead I make burnt and broken maize for my poultry to eat. So that's value addition and it's cutting the cost of of the feeds of the poultry. Yeah.
So how are you able to improve your skills?
Through research, basically, and also being around people. Like I make friends who are so beneficial to me. So they keep on advising me. Some can give you help. They tell you, you can have this amount of money and you invest in the farm. But basically, I started the demonstration farm. The money I had got from the pumpkins, I had saved it. So it's the money we used to buy the hens and to start up to grow the vegetables. For the vegetables, we even started with 80,000. And right now we are making sales, good sales.
So you say that you do consultations. Do you work with like a team of experts with you or you're doing this alone?
I'm not the only expert. Of course, with my other friends, have Bliaba Diana and Ziwa Simon. They're my experts. Ziwa handles the poultry section. Then Diana also can go for piggery. Yeah. In case we go for a field somewhere, she's able to handle all the piggery issues. Then Ziwa Simon is able to handle the poultry section.
So what are some of the things you do?
We rear poultry. Then right now I've also engaged more into greenhouse construction. Though for the greenhouse construction, I don't construct the greenhouse, but instead I know how to raise the seedlings, which are going to go in the greenhouse. Yeah, because in the greenhouse we basically use the potting bags. Yeah. In poultry, vegetable farming, then also making organic pesticides and fertilizers. Yeah, we are basically now more on organic. because chemicals are quite expensive. So we try to make also some organic fertilizers using the natural resources around us, like the tithonia leaves, the neem therapy, the rabbit urine.
So what are some of the challenges you face while doing farming and consultation?
Challenges we face are like of course, the pests. Then other people think you don't know what you do, so they undermine you. Then others, you can like your contacts. Remember, the contacts are on the social media platform. So some call with an intention of going to, like, they want you to go to their farm for guidance or consultation services. But instead, you find out that they're on other different things. You know, we are girls, so that's one of the challenges as I face. Yeah.
It's challenge in urban farming where neighbors come and pick something from your garden. Do you ever face these challenges in your business?
Of course, that's normal. Yeah, osimba ngolekeddewo normal, it's kind of normal, but of course you have to put security measures to avoid all that.
So what are some of the
Security measures, you can hire someone who can be around the farm. Of course, the farm can't be there alone, even though it's poultry, even though there are plants. You have to put someone who is always there to take care of them and who can give you the right information. It's all about trusting these people, engage them more, make them feel that they are also part of the business. Like to me, what I do at M&W Agro Farm, I engaged my siblings and those youths around Rubaga. I made them to feel that this farm is not mine, but it's for all of us, and all of us can benefit from it. So they take it as, yeah, everyone is responsible, like they take action according to everything that's happening on the farm.
What was the feedback from your friends when you decided to do agriculture?
Feedback from my friends, the ones who are doing low and many, they are now getting inspiration. They have engaged in it, but before it was like, they are like, this girl is going into farming, she's not serious. Why? What's wrong with Mercy? And many didn't like it at all. Many were like, something like that. But me, I didn't mind what they said. I always focused on what I wanted.
Atugonza explains what one needs to do in case they want to do urban farming.
Someone needs, of course, it doesn't need a lot of land, it needs a little space. You can start up urban farming using the resources around, like the polythene bags. There is what we have, the potting bags. We can use basins, we can use buckets, we can use containers, anything, tires, sacks. You get your soil, you get your manure, you get your charcoal dust, mix them, all of them together, put them in those different things you want to use. Either you want to use sacks, either you want to use potting bags, either you want to use tires, anywhere. As long as there is some little space and there is access to sunlight, you can start up, grow your crops, just buy the seedlings, or you make a nursery bed for yourself, and you engage and you plant them. So it's basically easy, though some call it dirty work, but it's dirty with benefits. I think lockdown has taught most of them how to start up urban farming, because it was hard to go to town to buy food. But then we have been able to do online trainings for our people, my aunties, my sisters, everyone, training them on how to mix the soil, how to take care of their crops.
She compares urban farming to farming on a large scale.
I think both are good, depends on what you're doing. But I think urban farming on a large scale, it's good if you manage well your farm, if you have the good managing skills, and if you do what the agronomists tell you. You can't miss out in farming, and all it requires is patience.
What's your plan for your agribusiness?
My agriculture business, mainly I want to get more skills about farming because farming is wide. I want to make a value additions unit. I want to have a farm which is big, not only demonstration for my clients, but my own farm which is big, which has different things like piggery, poultry, goat rearing, banana plantations, passion fruits, yeah. Then also greenhouse. I really want greenhouse. I like greenhouse, yeah.
Besides agriculture, Atugonza also has dreams of venturing into other fields like fashion and design.
Apart from farming, okay, we bake cakes. We make some cakes at home. Yeah, that's what I basically do, and I want to go into that business, even fashion and designing, like decorating for parties. Yeah, I also have the passion for that.
Any last words for the youth out there that want to do farming, that want to engage themselves in urban farming? Any words?
For the youths, I encourage them that they should believe in themselves. It's all about believing in yourself. If you believe that you can do this, for me, people said a lot, people talked, but I didn't mind about what they said. I instead focused on what I wanted. That's how I've managed to benefit from it. And that's how I've managed to get some good money out of farming. So I encourage them, they should believe in themselves and stay focused. Yeah.
You've heard it from Mercy. You no longer need acres to start farming. You can use a small piece of land around you to do urban farming. That is all I had for you on Inspire this week. My name is Sheila Nakaemba. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Spark TV Uganda, for this and more videos. Or like our Facebook page, that is Spark TV Uganda, and follow us on Twitter. If you also have an interesting story that could inspire fellow youths and women out there, share with us on the WhatsApp number on your screens below.
Inspire.